Hi there, Tooke here, and welcome to another episode of Is That a Workout? In this episode, I'm going to go over my latest experience, which was doing Lagree. So I did a sample class, and then I signed up for a 7-day unlimited class pass. Now, first off, a lot of you are probably thinking, well, what the hell is Lagree? So let me explain. Lagree is based on Pilates, and basically you're isolating muscle groups doing slow, controlled movements on an apparatus called a megaformer. So you're going to see the megaformer in the footage, but I'll try and explain it a little bit. There's 3 platforms. There's a front and a back platform that are stationary and do not move, and then there's a middle platform that slides back and forth. Now there's springs that you add to that middle platform in order to give yourself resistance. Now there's also pulleys that are off the back of the apparatus, and you use the pulleys to do upper body exercises like back rows, bicep curls, shoulder press, pec flies, stuff like that. Now some studios will also have free weights. I did the week pass through Lagree YYC, which didn't actually have free weights, but some of the studios do. Now, I signed up for the most advanced classes I could go to. There's different levels, and basically the easier levels, you're doing more kneeling, sitting, and laying down on the megaformer, while the harder ones, you're standing up more. So it requires a little bit more balance, a little bit more strength. So as usual, I'll show you footage of me doing some of the moves, and then I'll come back and I'll let you know, is it a workout? So I had a lot of fun switching up my routine. I didn't go to the gym at all for the week and just went to 6 of the most advanced Lagree classes. So do I think it's a workout? Well, the first couple classes I would have said no, just because I didn't know how much resistance to add for each one of the different moves. So they would recommend, add 2 springs, and I would do the 2 springs, but it just wasn't tough enough. So I didn't find I got a really hard workout. But then once I had gone to a couple classes and kind of paid attention to the recommendations and realized, okay, I need to add a little bit more, then I found I could really tax each muscle group. So I did get a really good burn, and I did get a good workout. However, I wasn't really a fan of Lagree, just for the simple reason that you're isolating muscle groups. So I'm more of a fan of doing what I call big bang exercises. So these are compound movements where we're working multiple muscle groups at the same time. The reason I'm a bigger fan of this is, one, it's more functional. So our muscles don't move in isolation in our day-to-day life, right? They move in patterns and groups. So I like to work multiple muscles together, kind of like how our body moves in real life. Number 2 is it's not going to get your heart rate up as high as if you're doing big compound weight training moves in the gym. So if one of your main goals is weight loss, I think you're going to get better benefits by, again, doing those compound weight training movements in a circuit style in the gym. And then number 3 that I wasn't a big fan is most of my clients are busy business professionals, so they need the most effective, efficient workout they can do. It's all about kind of quickness, so getting through it as quickly as they can. So if we hit multiple muscles at the same time, we can do less moves in order to work our whole body, so we can get in and out of the gym at the same time. Now, even though I said I'm not a big fan of isolation moves, there is room for them, right? If I have a new client who's never worked out before and we notice they're weak in like their middle trap, and we're trying to do a bent over reverse fly, which is a great one for your mid trap and your rhomboids in the back of your shoulders. So we're trying to do that move, but they're not feeling it at all in their middle trap, and I can see that their upper trap's doing all the work. Then it's beneficial for them to isolate it. Maybe go over to the machine and do some reverse flies with your chest supported, so you can really bring awareness to that muscle group and get it firing properly. But once we have good awareness to that muscle, we have it firing properly, then I like to go integrate it into those big full body movements. So if you are going to try Lagree, couple tips for you. One is start off really easy. So don't add a lot of resistance to it and do the easier version of the moves. I found a lot of people that were in the class with me, they weren't isolating muscles. So for example, we were doing a move in a plank where you're keeping your legs straight and just pulling your feet in towards your torso. It was supposed to be really good for hitting your lower abs. And I could feel it really burning in my lower abs. But when I saw other people in the class, I saw a lot of movement in the arms and the upper body and the torso. The legs were bending and straightening. So they weren't isolating the lower abs. They were engaging more muscles. And this was probably because they had too much resistance on it or the move was too tough. So it's not about, trying to keep up with everybody else in the class. It's about getting yourself to feel it in the exact spot that you're supposed to feel it. Once you have that, then try and add a little bit of tension. Then try and do the more advanced moves. Okay? The other thing is to give it a few goes. Try it a few instructors. Like I said, it's going to take you a little bit to figure out what a proper weight for you is, what instructors you like, the style of music, or just how they run their class. Otherwise, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next episode of Is That a Workout?